Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. Test, test, test. Hi everyone. Okay, welcome back and welcome to any newcomers. Today is all about worry, and so the title is How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. And there's no doubt that if you worry, then it gets in the way of living. But first of all, I've got some announcements. So the good news first, it looks like the mansion will be reopening on the 1st of August. And now I have to speak to people to see if they're happy getting together in the mansion. I'm trying to get the dining room, which is a larger room. For those of you who've never been before, it's about as big as that room behind me, except without the furniture. And so I'll keep you updated through all the usual channels, WhatsApp and the emails. Talking of the emails, I've updated my contact database. So for example, I sent out an email today with a link in it to the playlist that this video is in. And if you expected to get that and didn't get it, let me know and I will seek to resolve it. Please not in the YouTube comments. If you can send me an email or a text message or contact me on WhatsApp, then it's more likely to happen. Talking of WhatsApp, I have WhatsApp back. So here I am looking at WhatsApp because I've when I first started doing this live stream, I needed more and more stuff. And I realized that wasn't helpful, so I'm kind of minimizing it. And so really, I could get away with just a laptop now. So what that means is I've got my iPhone back, which I was previously using as a camera. I'm now using the built-in webcam on the Mac, and although it's not great, it does the job. So that means that I have my iPhone and I have access to it, and that means that you can contact me on WhatsApp. I don't keep much of an eye on WhatsApp, but from time to time I'll check it during the class. Then talking of classes, I'm running a 6-week course online, which I've not done the whole course online before. We did the final 3 sessions of the last course. If you're interested, let me know. It costs £100 and you get the 3 free months of the 2020 meditation online course thrown in. So that big advantage of that is you finish the mindfulness course and people tend to drop off a cliff and they think, oh, here I am, I'm on my own. And what happens is that's difficult for people to build their practices. So the 2020 meditation course runs throughout the entire year. When you finish the mindfulness 6-week mindfulness course, you can go on to that and you get 3 free months on that. I have also uploaded a demo onto YouTube, and I have yet to put it on Facebook, hopefully tonight, or maybe not tonight, then tomorrow. And that is it's about navigating all of the online content, and I realize that the online content, there's a lot of it, it's quite complicated. You've got podcasts, you've got YouTube, you've got all these Facebook courses. What do I do? Where do I go? And this tells you. Also, as this is YouTube, it's traditional to say subscribe, like, or comment, or donate. So if you want to donate, down there is a little link. You can visit the 2020 meditation site, go to the payments page and donate as much as you wish or as little as you wish. Which brings me to the topic for today, which is worry. And so what I did is I did a little slide earlier. So this is how stress, worry and anxiety work together. No, not like that. That isn't what I expected. Let me just remove that and see if it makes any difference. No, it doesn't. There we go. That's more like it. So, you notice, was I worried? Was I bothered? No. So worry, anxiety and stress aren't the same thing, but they have a tendency to work together, and that they become a witch's brew in the body and the mind. So what we want to be able to do, notice how connected they are. It's to work with worry. It's useful to work with anxiety and stress. Each one will affect the other two. So if I come back here, and they effectively, they're different messages from the same system. And the system is what's called the body mind. It's the combination of thoughts, emotions and physiology, and it all works together. And it has a lot of purposes. Right at the top of the list of purposes for the body mind, or you can call it the subconscious if you want, it's too much the body to look at it as something separate. You know, the behavior of the body and the responses in the body is too much a part of the subconscious to look at it as something that's abstract like thought. So that's why I use the term body mind. So it's not unusual, for example, for when I teach a relaxation meditation to people find that their mind's calmer, that the thoughts are less intense and the duration is reduced, and the repetition has reduced. So if you look at worry, anxiety and stress, really it's like there are three separate singers, but they're all singing the same song, you know. And of course, if the volume's too loud, quietening down one helps with the overall volume. So we can work with worry by working with stress, and we can work with worry by working with anxiety. And the key practices for anxiety and stress, two really. One is the breath, and the other is relaxation. And then there are practices for working with the mind. When we're working with worry, the way it works is this: that there's probably nothing about being human where the law of reversed effect isn't more obvious than repetitive, unhelpful thought processes. And by the law of reversed effect, what I mean is the harder you try to stop something, the more likely it is to happen. So I was speaking to a student about an hour ago, and I helped her realise, and I know it worked because she laughed when I said it, it's that the more you try to stop worrying, the more you worry. Let's say you're trying to get to sleep and your mind's really, really busy, and you say to your friends, my mind's really, really busy, I can't get to sleep. Nobody's ever going to say try harder. Right? You're just not trying. You know, got to be able to get to sleep, you're just not trying hard enough. Nobody actually says that. They say that about everything else, but they don't say it about that. And really, it's the same with all of the mind. So rather than pushing against it, fighting it, what we need to do is become familiar and comfortable with it. And how do we do that? That's through meditation. So becoming familiar and comfortable with the mind reduces the intensity and duration of worry and unhelpful thoughts. And these things are so consistently identified in scientific studies that there's no real doubt about that. And pretty much every scientist is now that's working in that field is trying to figure out the nuances and try and understand what the connection is. And I don't care. And you shouldn't care either. Because actually, all you want to do is calm the mind, calm the monkey mind. So because of that, I take this three-pronged approach, as it were, to worry, anxiety, and stress. I approach it through relaxation, which is what works best with stress, through breathing practices, pranayama, which works best with anxiety, and through a variety of different meditations, which work best with worry. And if you have a comprehensive practice, and I mean just seeing the people that have popped up today online, I know where you're all at, you can actively connect these three sets of practices. Relaxation, so you can start off, for example, by doing a breathing practice. Then you can do a relaxation practice, and then you can work with the mind. When things, and the reason that so the reason that the breath comes first is this, and that is these practices are useless unless they can work when you're in extreme stress, when you're suffering physical pain, you're just about to go into for surgery, or you're just about to hear some news that could be really bad. Your body takes over. It's designed to take over. It's not designed for this world. It's designed for a different world. It's designed for a world with saber-toothed tigers. And your body and your emotions are designed to take over, to protect you. I mean, this world is actually quite dangerous as well, because if you walk out of the door in this building, for example, and walk out into a street in Delhi, if you don't know, if you're not looking around you, you're not even going to get across the street. And if you're not looking around you, what will happen is this incredibly sophisticated system will detect the vehicle heading towards you at Lord knows how many kilometers per mile, and your body's going to get out of the way pretty darn quickly. So we don't actually want to switch this off. We need it. And so the body is the place that we begin the process of dealing with worry. Because to sit down and meditate and then for your mind to be filled with unhelpful thoughts, it's kind of counterproductive, right? It's very difficult to build a practice like that. So what we do today, maybe I should have done another slide. We're going to start off with breathing exercises, then relaxation exercises, and then what works with the mind. And so, just 1 second. I think we'll have this bell today. If you just want to get yourselves comfortable, if you've never meditated before, feet on the floor, choose whether you close your eyes or look down past the tip of your nose. Elbows by the side. Begin to connect to your physiology. That's actually the way into the mind. It's through the physiology always anyway. Make sure your head's somewhere comfortable, wherever it's most comfortable. Elbows. When you're meditating, you know your posture's right when you're really comfortable. And the more comfortable you can be, the closer your posture is to a useful meditation posture. That is 3,000-year-old advice. And who's to say it's not the case? And then if you allow yourself to listen to the sound of the bell, And you're just listening to the sound of the bell as it moves through time. And notice whatever sound there is around you. The sound of the bell as it moves through time. And notice whatever sound there is around you. Whatever sounds there are around the sound of the bell. There could be, as it moves through time, the house. You could hear the sound of traffic, possibly airplanes. You may be able to hear the sound of your own breath. What you're doing is noticing it moving through time. And the reason we're doing that is just to begin the transition between whatever we're experiencing and the meditation. So this is the entry, it's the grounding in the meditation, hence the feet on the floor and the connection to the body. And allow yourself to notice the movement of the belly as you breathe in and out, the rising and falling of the belly. All part of the grounding. All part of the connection to the physiology. And now, when you breathe in reasonably sharply and just hold it for a second or two, and then breathe out slowly, just letting the air out slowly. Let the body choose. And again, breathe in quite sharply. Hold it. Breathing out. Just let the body choose. In sharply. Hold it. Breathing out. Just let the body choose. You only need to do that 3 to 5 times. And what you've done is you've intervened in your physiological state. And then what we want to do is move over to a breathing practice. And the breathing practice is what I call the 4-6 breaths. I personally tend to do 3-7. 10-second duration is good. And you want the in-breath to be shorter than the out-breath. And the way to do it, today I'll teach it so that it's portable. Usually I use an app, but let's say you're without an app. What you do is, as you're breathing in, you're saying in your mind, 1, 1000, 2, 1000, 3, 1000, 4, 1000. As you breathe out, you say in your mind 1, 1000, 2, 1000, 3, 1000, 4, 1000, 5, 1000, 6, 1000. 1, 1000, 2, 1000, 3, 1000, 4, 1000. 1, 1000, 2, 1000, 3, 1000, 4, 1000, 5, 1000, 6, 1000. It's a portable stress and anxiety management tool, the breath. And now what we do, we want to move over from the breath to relaxation. The breath works even when we're in a really high stress situation. So it's the go-to intervention practice. The next thing to do is to relax. And so what we're going to do is start by relaxing the eyes, the jaw, the shoulders and the hands. But to do that, we need to connect to our physiology. And the way to do that, if you can't feel your forehead, if you're not getting physiological connection with your forehead, what you do is you put your palm very close to it without actually touching. You feel the warmth and you feel a little tingling from the forehead. And then if you close your eyes, bring your attention to your forehead, breathing in normally, breathing out, relaxing the forehead, eyebrows, eyes and cheeks. Like a wave of relaxation moving down the face. Forehead, eyebrows, eyes and cheeks. Tongue in contact with the sharp part of the bottom teeth. So it's resting against the back of the top teeth. Bit by bit, over the course of a few weeks, you'll be able to do this and learn to relax your eyes, which is an incredibly powerful thing. Then breathing in normally, breathing out, relaxing the mouth and lips, jaw and throat. So with the elbows at the side and the head balanced comfortably on top of the spine, again a wave of relaxation moving, this time moving down the bottom part of the face, mouth and lips, jaw and throat. Releasing the tension on the out breath. So you can check in with your physiology and your posture in between each one of these moves from one part of the body to another. Breathing in normally, checking in with your posture, comfortable as possible. Breathing out, releasing the tension from the back and sides of the neck and the shoulders. So this is like a massage. Again, the relaxation's moving down in the direction of the nerves, which are like a Christmas tree throughout the body. sending signals from the brain down to that part of the body, then back up again. Relaxation wave, relaxing back and sides of the neck and the shoulders. And again, how do you feel? Check your posture, breathing in normally, breathing out, relaxing the hands. And so if you find it difficult relaxing the hands, what you do is you breathe in, tighten your fists. As you breathe out, let them relax slowly over the out breath. Breathe in, tighten the fists, breathe out, gently letting the fingers open like the petals of a flower. Breathe in, tight fists, breathe out, letting them relax. You only need to do that, say 3 or 4 times on 3 or 4 out breaths. And then you've got a connection to your physiology. You're training yourself through association to relax the hands on the out breath. Breathing in normally, breathing out, relaxing the hands. And so now if you bring your attention to the belly, just at the point where the belly meets the chest, if you place your fingers on that point, you'll notice them moving up and down. Belly rising, belly falling. And all you're interested in is the movement. Just noticing the rhythm of the movement. That's all you're noticing, that tiny little movement. Again, check in with the body, leave the fingers there. So they're tracking the movement. You're making sure you're as comfortable as you can possibly be. Elbows by the side, feet on the floor, head balanced comfortably on top of the spine. Tongue gently up against the back of the top teeth in contact with the sharp part of the bottom teeth. Breathing in normally, breathing out, releasing the tension in the body. Your body is choosing the duration of the breath. Your body is choosing how deeply you breathe in and how much you breathe out. You're monitoring it with the movement of the fingers. And on the out breath, there's a wave of relaxation moving down the body. Eyes, jaw, shoulders, hands, right the way down to your feet, through your feet and into the floor. And then you stop all of that and just bring all of your attention to the fingers moving up and down. Minuscule movement. As the fingers rise up, say in the mind rising, as the fingers fall down, falling. Rising, falling. And now let go of even the rising and falling. And you're just noticing that tiny movement. It's like the ticking of a clock. It's measuring the movement of time, just like the sound of the bell. Which I'll ring now. You're noticing the sound of the bell moving through time. And we're noticing the rising and falling of the belly. And then whenever you're ready, in your very own time, gently return your attention to your surroundings. Most people's minds will be calmer at the end of that. And we haven't done any work with thought. None at all. Regulated our breathing, connected to the body, relaxed, focused our attention on the movement of the breath, became aware of the movement of the present moment through time, but the mind becomes calmer. It's interesting, isn't it? And then, so, you know, that explains this diagram explains it. Notice how much of the worry circle is a stress and anxiety circle. That's the same with all of them. So these three sets of practices: frictionless meditation, and most meditation isn't frictionless. So yeah, this is a a very key practice, the movement of the belly and the rising and falling in the mind, and the pranayama, the regulating the breath, extending the out breath. And learning to relax takes a while. These are all little hints that I'm giving you to help you to relax. And so that's the way into a meditation. Let's say you're stressed out. I'm too stressed to meditate, for example. Start off by regulating it with the breath, then relaxation, then noticing the movement rather than focusing on the breath itself, which it's kind of indicative of stress. And then bye worry for a little while. Don't worry, it'll be back. But your skills will improve over time if you persist with the practices. So that's the way to do it. Okay, so if you can, feel free to donate, but if you're on one of the courses, please don't. You're already contributing enough. And instead what you can do is you can like this video if you liked it. If you didn't like it, don't like the video. If you want to find your way easily to this channel, subscribe. I'm really pleased that you liked that, Maxine. Yeah, so if you subscribe, when you go onto YouTube, you find your way here easily. And if you've got any comment, like Maxine has, bless you Maxine, then you can add that as well. And it's all good because that keeps YouTube's algorithm happy. And remember, that's the purpose of life, keeping the algorithms happy. Actually, the one in there, that's the one you need to work with. That's what this is. I used to be a computer programmer. I was a hacker, and now what I'm doing is I'm hacking a new algorithm. Right, trial and error. Okay, so that's it. I hope you have a fantastic week, everybody. And remember, the online 6-week mindfulness course starts on Tuesday. If you're interested, let me know. I'm really glad you enjoyed that as well, Laura. I hope you have a great week. And if you choose not to come on that course, that's fine. The mindfulness-based resilience course starts again on Wednesday and Thursday evenings. And we've also got the 2020 meditation online course next Saturday at 11. And like I said, very probably, although I'm not making any promises, we'll be able to head back to the mansion. And I'm actually thinking about how I can do a live stream from a mobile in the mansion while I'm teaching. We'll have to see how that goes. Okay, good night everybody. Have a fantastic week.